movie time with John DeSando and his friends online. So everything is gonna be just fine. From the top down to the bottom. He's gonna let you know if you should stay home or if you should go. Might even yell if it's a spectacle. From San Francisco to Long Island. 'Cause nothing's better than a motion video.
It's Movie Time is produced and hosted by John DeSando. Listen to broadcast shows Fridays at 4:01 and 8:01 p.m. Read reviews and listen to shows online at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando,
And I'm Ezra Hoover.
and this is It's Movie Time. Well, Ezra, we're midsummer, and I'm waiting for my blockbusters. I've had F1. I've had Mission Impossible.
Yes.
All right.
Those are blockbusters.
They are not, I think, in the real tradition of it. So I was hoping Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, Rebirth. All right. I'm hoping that would be my blockbuster for the summer.
Right. And what's your take on that?
It isn't.
Well, what is blockbuster? If it's fun and big and dumb, then I think it fits all three of those boxes.
And you are absolutely right. However, I want something of the Jaws effect.
Oh yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
And we're gonna, when we get to our podcast, you and I
Yeah.
are gonna talk about, I've got a list
Okay.
of some that were called or are thought to be summer blockbusters.
Right.
And a few more than that.
Right, and I'm so glad you brought up that particular movie. It's one of my favorites.
Well, yeah.
Yes, there were notes of Jaws in this movie. I don't know if did you pick up on that?
Well, I don't know, only the water business.
Yes, exactly. But if you go and you listen to the soundtrack, it starts evoking that a little bit. So
Well,
a
that's
little
John
interesting.
Williams inspired. Yeah,
Yes,
you're right.
Absolutely.
Oh, there were hints. There were like what I would call whiffs.
Yes.
Whiffs of greatness.
Homages.
Yeah. Now, adding to my lust for a big blockbuster, an impactful blockbuster, a memorable blockbuster,
Okay.
I had Scarlett Johansson.
Yes. There you go. She'll
So
fill seats
she's
for
worth
sure.
it for.
Yeah.
The problem is they had a very limited wardrobe.
Okay.
A white halter top for her.
Right.
Really, at $20 million for her Black Widow movie, she can't afford something more than
Oh, we're
that.
trekking through the jungle. She's not going to wear stilettos now. I'm sorry, unfortunately. Maybe Mahershala Ali would be more.
I know, and I'll tell you, they're going for dino DNA.
Yes, right.
And as a physician, you understand what they're talking about. They're going to try to find some blood.
Right. And in terms of plot, I think that's probably the strongest point
Me
of
too.
of this installment of the franchise, which there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is number 7. Can you believe that? And this is not. There are animated films too. We're not including those.
Yeah.
But having the first Jurassic Park movie, the one that started it all,
Yeah.
has almost no plot at all. They go to visit a park, and the dinosaurs get out and they escape. And the end. There's no plot. This one has a simple one, and I like that. We need DNA from 3 different cool dinosaurs, and that's what we're gonna do.
It's supposedly going to guard against heart disease.
Yes. So they're trying to make it more modern, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Fighting against big pharma.
I did, and I have to agree that I said, all right, this is going to satisfy me for this movie.
Yeah.
And then they had the dino fodder in the one rep
Yes.
from the farms.
Right. Exactly. And now one of my favorite parts is the opening. I think the second opening scene, right in my hometown of New York City.
Yes.
A giant, whatever it is, gigantosaur, brachiosaur, is holding up traffic in Lower Manhattan. And someone has graffitied the dinosaur. And I thought that was so accurate. That's exactly what a New Yorker would do.
A couple of things that you're saying. I miss the park.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree that I think that that's a strength that they get away from the park.
Right.
But there was something so menacing
Mm-hmm.
about the animals getting, just clobbering everybody in the park.
Right.
That brought it closer to me.
Right. Well, in my opinion, I'm going to say something very controversial.
Okay.
I think this may be the best one.
Oh, excellent. All
Either
right.
the first or number 2, because the reason the first one was so successful was it was evoking this sense of childlike wonder. These nerds, these
Yes.
paleontologists seeing real dinosaurs, and the music is very orchestral, and you get this feeling of really encountering them. Because when that movie came out, those special effects were unheard of. We couldn't do anything like a movie that could make us feel like we're really seeing real dinosaurs, right? So now, skip all the other ones. Now, with the most modern one, the special effects are way better. and the dinosaurs look gorgeous, and I love their decision to go to what's essentially a deserted island, shot, I believe, in Thailand, actually.
Okay.
And you're just in this dense jungle, and you really feel like this is what it's like, the dinosaurs in their natural habitat. And it felt dangerous at times.
Good, all right. So I'm at the other end.
Yes.
I'm disappointed.
Okay.
And one of the reasons I'm disappointed is we're not back in the park.
Okay.
Because I find that very menacing.
Okay.
I actually thought the cinematography was a bit fuzzy.
Was it?
And I don't know if that's just because we had a couple beers at Bravo or what.
Well, that was part of Spielberg's magic, was his use of physical effects.
Yes.
And he really tried to use real, actual props whenever he could, right?
Yes.
Because the CGI wasn't very good back then.
Yes.
Now it is,
Great
and there were
point.
very few. There were a couple, they were hard to spot, but there were a couple of physical models. You can tell there's a little bit of rubberiness.
All right,
to
all
the
right,
dinos.
good. Yeah.
But most of them are CGI, which can lead to a sort of disconnect from the animals on the screen.
The another disappointment for me. Well, first of all, I'm disappointed that Scarlett Johansson gets no more than 2 lines at a time.
Okay.
You know, come on. Yeah.
You want this to be a ScarJo movie. You can go watch her, and then you can just listen to her voice the whole time. How about that?
But when she's with Mahershala Ali,
Yes.
that's good.
Fantastic.
The two of them together.
When they just let them be
Yeah.
on screen
Wow,
alone,
please.
fantastic.
Yes.
For a second, I was wow, this is a real movie.
I mean, these are movie stars, and these are good lines. Yes.
They were phenomenal.
Now the drivel with the family, sorry.
No, they should have cut that. I don't know why that was in the movie.
Isn't that the worst thing?
Completely unnecessary. Just a
You
random.
got these little squabbles. You got
Yes.
these dinosaurs over, and you got these people squabbling.
Right.
This little family.
A random family that's stranded in the ocean,
Yeah, right. What's he doing? Bringing a baby.
and Dad doesn't like his daughter's boyfriend.
Right.
Oh, we don't need that. For
No, we
Jurassic
don't.
Park. Show us the dinosaurs.
Right. And yeah, but one of the good things is that you're hoping that the little boyfriend is fodder for the dinosaurs.
Right.
Well, you know that Farman is
Mhm.
gonna be. You know he's that rep.
Right.
I mean, right away you say, okay, we can feed the dinosaurs with this guy. 'Cause-
Right. And that's going to bring us to one of my biggest nitpicks with all of these movies.
All right.
And then it's one of the challenges of making these type of movies. These creatures are so large and fast and powerful, and they just keep coming within inches of chomping somebody up, and they keep missing, and they miss, and then
Yes.
they miss, and then they miss over and over and over, unless you're a minor character, in which case you get chomped immediately.
Well, yeah, and think about it. How many times have I seen Tyrannosaurus Rex going
Right.
after them?
I know.
And when he goes after the raft.
I know.
You know-
But I got it. You know what? I love that scene. I thought it looked great.
Yes.
It was it stupid? Yes. But it's cool. You're being chased by a T-Rex on a raft. That's pretty
It turns
cool.
over the raft.
Yes.
You know, it does give it some new, but then I have to say, the usual easy critical comment.
Right.
Where's Sam Neill? Where's
Oh.
Laura Dern?
They were
Where's
there.
Jeff Goldblum?
Oh yeah, they weren't there.
They were-
I'm thinking of the last one.
Oh, in the last one. They were not there.
No, they weren't.
And so why does that make a difference? They're so eccentric as actors, do you think? Because here's Scarlett Johansson,
Mm-hmm.
an A number one actress,
Right.
but I don't think she brings anything
Well,
to
they
it.
don't have the same gravitas, right? And again, in my opinion, I think the reason Jurassic Park works is because of that sense of wonder.
Yes.
Where in the very first movie, we're experiencing it through their eyes. They really appreciate and respect these animals.
Yes.
Now we're looking at through mercenaries.
Yes,
We're
you're
just trying to get paid.
Yeah.
And that's not nearly
Yeah.
as compelling a story.
And along the lines of what you're saying, the suspense that's built up by not seeing them.
Mm-hmm.
And you remember in the first ones, you could hear the thump,
Yes.
and you knew it was coming. I
Yes.
just love that because
Yes.
I always loved dinosaurs.
Phenomenal. And those, it's such an iconic movie now that they've almost, you forget how cool it was at the time. The shake, the water in the cup that's shaking.
Yeah,
everything.
yes, I love that.
Fantastic. What did you think about the final monster that we got to see at the end?
I mean, was that like a bird like that?
It's a giant, he's got extra arms and I don't know.
Yeah, right. I had no idea. I didn't know what
know.
they were doing.
I don't
But
know.
they were tired of T-Rex.
In my opinion, that is a cinematic sin, that dinosaurs are not cool enough and you need to make mutant ones that people are not interested in. And that's actually the plot of this movie. That,
Well, that's
that
right.
humanity has lost interest in just 30
Right.
years.
Yeah,
That a T-Rex is boring, and that's kind of hard for me to buy. Too.
yeah. So here we have it's called Jurassic World Rebirth.
Mhm.
Okay, and both of you find it a really good new look at it. it, and I have to appreciate that. I think you're right. There were many things that you said that I agree with. I'm disappointed because I probably lost your sense of wonder. And they, you think?
I think so.
And considering what I've been through
Right.
within these years, no wonder. Yeah, but, and now, we build our own political monsters.
Right.
So we're titillated more by the political situation.
Well, absolutely.
We have true dinosaurs.
Well, and in true diligence, I did watch the previous movie, okay, and that one was a lot more preachy about kind of, animal rights, and they're making the dinosaurs fight underground. It was a little too heavy-handed.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
This one's a little bit more
It's a
open.
little bit more open.
Yeah.
All right, Ezra Hoover. What do you recommend? We're in the summer, Ezra, you know how I'm big on this. Enjoying myself, air-conditioned theater, great loungers, a little bit to drink, to eat, and so on. I'm having a really good time, my own screening. Frequently I'm annoyed by Wayne, but that's all right. So what do you suggest to families out there?
Go see it. You
Right.
gotta go see it. It's PG-13. You don't have to worry about it. Which is kind of a nitpick of mine also. I want to see some blood, these dinosaurs. But, not much strong content. See it on the biggest screen. You can see it. It's fun. It's dumb. It's a great summer movie.
Yeah, and I love the way you said that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm exhorting our people to. First of all, I want theaters to thrive, and they're
Yeah.
not thriving. I want people to go back and know what a summer movie is.
Yeah.
And we'll talk on our podcast. You have to go to WCBE.org, the podcast experience, and it's called Back Talk. And you go to listen to us more. Now that we've already had calls in saying, could you please shut DeSando down and let Hoover keep talking? So we'll try to do that.
Best $10 I ever spent.
It's movie time with John DeSando and his friends online. So everything is gonna be just fine.